So on the 20th of January, Twitter made Web3 history by giving paid users of their platform the ability to authenticate the ownership of their NFTs. It's the first social media platform that allows users to connect their crypto wallets to the website, and it's just the start of what Web3 is all about. In their video that talks about the new feature, you see people changing their Twitter profile pictures to the NFTs that they own. Some NFTs that were featured in the video were CryptoPunks, Bored and Mutant Apes, Dead Phyllis, Doodles, and World of Women. And after the feature launched, paid users on Twitter Blue didn't wait to use it. Legit NFT owners all over the world changed their profile pictures to the NFTs that they had in their collection. And how you notice this is that it's presented in a soft hexagon. To be honest, there's a lot more they could have done to make them stand out and look cool, but for now, I guess that's okay. So I know a lot of you guys are very confused about this. What the hell are NFTs? Are they cryptocurrency? What does this have to do with blockchain? What is the blockchain? Why are people claiming ownership to JPEGs that I can screenshot on my phone? And why are they making it a big deal that they own the JPEG that I can screenshot on my phone? So, what the hell is this? So I've done my research. I've been very confused about this since last year, and I've watched tons of videos around this subject, around NFTs, and I think I get it, okay? So I'm going to do my best in explaining what I think NFTs are, how they work, why they look like that, what's been happening in the space, and most importantly, why they could matter to you. So let's jump in. NFTs are basically receipts or certificates that prove the ownership of a digital or physical asset. The buying, selling, and trading of these digital assets is done on a blockchain. This is a digital ledger that records these transactions in a way that is difficult or impossible to hack, cheat, or manipulate. And these transactions are made open for everybody to check. The unique part of NFTs is them not being fungible. That is to say, no two NFTs can be the same. One example of something being fungible is two $1 bills. Side to side, these notes are the same in value, or like one Bitcoin and another Bitcoin. They are the same in value. NFTs are different, and that is why they are unique. So you may ask, if NFTs are receipts or certificates, why do they have to look like that? Why can't they just look like normal receipts and certificates? The thing is, honestly, if they were presented like that, NFTs would lose their appeal, and you guys wouldn't be giving them the attention you are giving them now. So let me explain why they are presented like that. So let's say I have a database called Crypto Skulls. This database has 6 spots. That's it, 6 spots. The thing is, I'm sending these spots to people who want to be in the database. If you pay to be in any of these spots, let's say spot number 1, I will issue a receipt or a certificate that shows that you own spot number 1. This receipt cannot be recreated, replaced, or copied. It's non-fungible. And this transaction is recorded on a blockchain. And as I said, a blockchain is a digital ledger that records these transactions in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or manipulate. And this transaction is open for everybody to check. And this is what NFTs are, bare bones, to my understanding. This receipt is a bunch of ones and zeros, and they are boring. You're not going to share them with your friends. So that's why they look like this. Humans like sharing pictures. When you see somebody upload their NFT on Twitter, it doesn't mean that they own it. That picture is just a visual representation of the receipt that they own a spot on a database. That's it on the surface. And this same process I've explained will happen to the other 5 buyers that buy up spots in my database called Crypto Skulls. And remember, these receipts are unique, so every visualization of them is unique too. Now, in terms of visualization, why do NFTs look like this? Let's say I create another database called CryptoPunks, and this server has 10,000 spots. The same process I explained happens when I sell them, but manually making 10,000 unique images to represent receipts is going to take a long time, or never. So what I do is that I have a base model of what I want my visual receipts to look like. I create assets like different backgrounds, facial features, skin colors, and accessories, and I run this through an algorithm that will give me 10,000 permutations of all these assets, and that is why they look like this. So it's a bunch of nothing, and all the hype right now is around avatars and profile pictures, but this technology has a lot of uses in terms of real-world applications when it comes to authenticating ownership. And here are some examples. A good example is with the sale and distribution of tickets. NFTs can help event organizers take care of the issue of scammers making fake tickets and scalpers buying many tickets so that they could resell them on the secondary market. Event organizers can mint the tickets on a blockchain, and since each ticket is an NFT and is unique, scammers will not be able to make additional copies or fakes. And with scalpers, event organizers can limit how many tickets one person can purchase, so it could be limited to 1 ticket per wallet. Another industry that could benefit from NFTs is the branded clothing industry. As of January 2020, the fake sneaker market was valued at $450 billion. And why is that? There's currently no good way of verifying the authenticity of sneakers. Everything can be faked, from shoe boxes to receipts and barcodes. If I wanted to try, I'd have to go to YouTube and look at videos that compare the fakes to originals, and that's just stressful. Brands like Nike and Adidas with their manufacturers can solve this by minting an NFT for each pair of shoes. Each pair would have a unique and irreproducible ID, and this will be recorded on a blockchain for everyone to check that this product is from them. I honestly don't think this technology is hype. To me, it's a big deal. So now that we have all this info, what's been happening in the space? Why are these things so popular and expensive? Some of the early NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, where all this NFT buzz is happening in, were the CryptoPunks, CryptoKitties, and Axie Infinity. In the beginning, CryptoPunks were given away for free, and that was in June 2017. Do you know how much they cost now? At the time of recording this video, the last CryptoPunk that was sold was this one. This CryptoPunk was sold for over $260,000. Personally, 2017 was the year I bought Bitcoin for the very first time, and honestly, I think I should have gotten an Ethereum wallet too, because if I had gotten this, I'd be a different person. I wouldn't be making this video for you. I'd be somewhere else, living my best life. Because these NFTs are the first of their kind, they are very valuable because they are collectibles and they have that value just for being that, the first of their kind. And people like to buy and sell them. There are some really popular NFT sites where you can go buy, sell, and trade NFTs, and it's its own world. Okay, NFT projects over there have their own valuation. It's like a stock market or stock exchange where you see NFTs going up and down in rankings. There's like numbers and green and red colors everywhere to see when something goes up and when something is down. It's crazy. Okay, and also there are sites in the space that discuss rarities of NFTs. If you want to check out a project, what's in it and what's rare, there are sites to go check that out. Okay, there are even sites where you can go to check what is minting live right down to the minute. Right down to the minute. Okay, it's a different world. It's a very, very different world that has just really blown up in the past year. Now the thing is that anybody can now make these NFTs, and many people have. Once this novelty of being the first NFTs wears off, like, not many people are going to be willing to pay to just be part of a database so that they can show you that they are part of it. It's got to mean something more to them. So now one of the big things about NFT projects is about how focused they are on building a community. It's like being a member of a club. It's a standard these days, and there are loads of NFT projects that have this. They are mostly bound by a story or by a vision of why the community exists. Now personally, I think the NFT projects that you should want to join are those that not only have community but also have real life utility. you actually get something in real life for being part of the group. And there are really cool NFT projects that give their communities really dope perks. And the most popular NFT project today is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I know you've seen one of these monkeys on your timeline or feed somewhere on social media. They're pretty much the face of NFTs, and they deserve it. It's a collection of 10,000 unique bored apes. Buying an ape gives you a membership into the club, and the unique thing about this project is that you actually own the ape that you buy and you can use it commercially. So when you see somebody upload a verified ape as their profile picture, it means that they own it. It's just not a receipt. They actually own that ape and they've been able to do really awesome things with it. There's merch drops and there's free access to exclusive parties. But the most important thing about this project is its community. This is pretty much the bougiest NFT community out there with the most celebrities. We've got celebrities aping in from Snoop Dogg, Justin Bieber, Timbaland, and also from this part of the world we've got Don Jazzy. He owns a mutant ape and I'd say he's the biggest NFT collector in Africa so far. We've got Lil Baby, KSI, Paris Hilton, Future, Gunna, Eminem. And what's the use of calling your membership a yacht club if you do not have any parties on a yacht? In October last year, these guys had their very first festival in New York called Ape Fest. It was made for bored and mutant ape owners. It was a 3-day festival with loads of activities and parties. These guys even rented a yacht for Halloween. Chris Rock hosted one of the parties and they also had Lil Baby performing at one of the parties too. The community has really interesting things going on for itself, and this is a very interesting way of interacting with a developing brand, to be honest. How much is a bored ape today? On the 29th of January, the floor price hit 100 ETH for a bored ape. That's over $250,000. They were minting these things back in April 2021 for 0.08 ETH. 2022 for you. When it comes to influencers in the NFT space, the person to look at is Gary Vee. If you talk about NFTs, he's the OG influencer. He's pretty much predicted most of the important things that have happened on the internet, from e-commerce to BlackBerry dying because it failed to adapt to touch. He was an early investor in Facebook, Twitter, Uber, Tumblr, and Snap. I started listening to him back in 2018 in his book called Crushing It. He talked about how Musical.ly, which is now TikTok, will be what it is today, and he was right on the money. The scary thing too is, he also predicted NFTs.
Virtual currency is important because of this. Why am I rocking this shoe? Because it has a Nike logo on it, and we really want to communicate and express ourselves. It's how we roll. How you dress, that hat you're wearing, you know, what music you listen to. Why do you think people had the boombox outside in the ghetto in the 80s, that big ass fucking boombox? Because they wanted people to hear what they were listening to, because it told the story of who they were to their community. Now that we're spending all our times in our screens, your badges and your credits and your logos and this and that and all your virtual currency is going to express to your social graph who you are. And that is massively important to people. It is the core of who we are as people. It's going to be a massive business, and we're all going to figure out how to brand it, how to make money in it, and how to use it for the story that we're trying to tell. NFTs will matter because I believe that social currency, AKA which tokens you have, will be no different than the fashion industry and the reason most people buy cars, yachts, and homes, for the flex. And just like a blue check on Instagram, just like how many followers you have on social media. Why does everybody care about how many followers they have? And that's a whole insecurity thing that we gotta talk about. But why will it matter? Because digital assets, NFTs, will become the currency of communication, the way followers, blue checks, and expensive items we wear and own have been for the last 200 years. And as it becomes accepted, it will become the norm.
And personally, he's one of the reasons why I'm a digital marketer. So there's that. Gary also has his own NFT project called VFriends. The art sucks. Yes, the art sucks. And that's because Gary Vee draws it himself. But the great thing about them is their utility. And his goal with this is that he's trying to build a blueprint of what it is to make a successful NFT project. You know what? Let him talk for himself.
Welcome to BeFriends.com. BeFriends is an ambitious NFT project around characters that have traits that I believe in so much, that I want people to aspire to. They also happen to be a token to a conference that I'm gonna put on every single year called VCon, V-Conference, a multi-day event that is gonna rival some of the greatest conferences in the world around entrepreneurship, marketing, ideas, creativity, competition, meeting new friends. It's a community. It will be my great honor to create an ecosystem around the access tokens that are a huge part of this project. Hangout time, group stuff, bowling, tennis, bubble hockey, video games, dinners, brunches, and then remind me, what, 555 gift codes?
Correct.
These are people who are gonna literally put in your address and stuff shows up. Hangout Hawks, 5 times a year in a Zoom for 3 years, 15 sessions? That's crazy. How many access tokens are there just one-on-one with me?
108.
Just think about that. That's the #1 request I get every single day.
Okay, so this all sounds nice and fancy so far, but what does it mean to you, the common man? I think in the beginning, NFTs will mean different things to different groups of people, and it mostly depends on how they are presented or the purpose that they serve. NFTs to some people will be seen as digital status markers. To some people, they'll be seen as unique digital merchandise or digital autographs for fandoms. To some, they'll be seen as proof of membership for groups that they want to be part of, and for most people, they'll be seen as a way to show and express support for something that they love, that they identify with, or to stand in solidarity with a cause. I also agree with Gary Vee when he says that NFTs will say a lot about you and tell people what you stand for.
I don't dream of the future, I live in the future and then just talk about it. I'm never scared. The reason I always pound my chest and why I'm so focused is because I'm living it. People think it's funny when I talk about Twitter or new things on stage in 2011. I was talking about this in 2007, where people are like, what? I already know, sitting here in 2021, that the public wallet, your wallet, with all your NFTs in it, will become the next social media. That we're gonna know more, that when Jason hit my radar, are we gonna hire this guy? That not just like we looked at his Wikipedia if he had one, LinkedIn if he had one, Instagram if he had one, TikTok if he had one, but in 2027 I'm gonna look at his wallet, and I believe what's in his wallet is a much better indication to who he is than what pictures he decided to PR to the world. What you buy, what you buy.
So before I end this video, I'd like to show you something and ask you a question. Last year in March, a YouTube channel called Burnt Finance destroyed an art piece from 2006. The art piece was called Morons by a street artist called Banksy, and it was bought for $95,000. The thing is, before they destroyed it, they turned the art piece into an NFT. The reason? They think the physical art piece and the NFT should have the same value, and if the physical version is destroyed, the piece is still immortalized, but on the blockchain. And since the only thing that is linked to the physical piece is the NFT, it's pretty much the same thing. So the question I have for you is this. If the physical original Mona Lisa gets destroyed, we can't recover it, and let's be honest, it's no longer part of this world. And luckily for us, we were able to make an NFT of it. Would that NFT have the same value as the Mona Lisa? And since the NFT is the only thing that is linked to the original Mona Lisa, could that NFT take its place as the Mona Lisa? Tell me what you think in the comments. It's an interesting question. I just want to know what you think. Yeah. So that's it for this video. I hope I've contributed in helping you understand what NFTs are and how they could be used. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Send me your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, like and subscribe, and see you in the next upload.